Stan always said that the Marvel Universe is the world outside your window, and that the people could find characters they could see themselves in.
Bringing a piece of art to life, it's difficult to not put yourself into the work.
We were artistic rebels.
I can't even imagine the impact that had.
Better take off your shoes because I'm gonna knock your socks off.
We would love that, yeah.
People really believe women weren't reading comics that inspired us to do more.
Cosplay is the visible expression of one's fandom.
Nobody else had ever done this before.
Fearless storytellers.
I killed Spider-Man.
What? That's insane.
The Marvel Spotlight Program is a collection of stage plays written for high school.
I never thought I could make a living drawing.
Yo creo que siempre quise ser dibujante de cómics, pero siempre pensé que iba a ser imposible.
The Japanese Spider-Man is totally different from the original Spider-Man.
We're living in the golden age of toys.
Superheroes connect us.
It's one big epic story.
How's it going, everybody? It's Warren. Welcome back to my channel, The Cosmic Wonder, and today Marvel released their Marvel 616 official trailer. Now, this is actually going to be a very exciting new series coming to Disney Plus, and hopefully a very impactful one to our community. Marvel 616 is going to be about how comic book characters and, of course, comic books influenced people in their real lives. So the show is essentially about our community. It's about us, and I'll break down what exactly we're going to see in this new Disney Plus series, including what to expect from each episode. And this is confirmed to be 8 episodes long. So to start off with its title, it's kind of funny because they call it Marvel 616. Now in the comics, Earth 616 is the main Marvel universe where everything really takes place, but it's also used to show the Marvel Universe's place inside of a larger universe, a multiverse, which is what this show is about, what Marvel's place is in our world. So episode 1 is quite possibly going to be one of the coolest episodes ever. It's going to be about Japanese Spider-Man. This is something that not a lot of people may have heard of before or even seen. In 1978, Marvel struck a deal with Japanese TV giant Toei to adapt the company's most popular superhero for Japanese audiences. Now, this Spider-Man is something that we've never really seen before here in the US. It involved a really giant robot, a really cool car, but most importantly, it became a really important influence on Japanese pop culture. And this first episode is going to tell the story and show footage of Japanese Spider-Man that probably a lot of people haven't seen before. The second episode is titled Higher, Further, Faster, and it's going to be directed by Gillian Jacobs from the show Community that the Russo brothers directed. And it's going to introduce the viewers to women who have played important roles in Marvel's history. The third episode is titled Amazing Artisans, and it's going to focus on 2 international Marvel artists, Javier Garrón and Natasha Bustos, who live in Barcelona and use their life experiences to influence their work on popular young superheroes like Miles Morales and Moon Girl. Episode 4 is titled Lost and Found, and this is going to be kind of an interesting episode because they're going to explore the most obscure, the most wild, and forgotten Marvel characters. The 5th episode is actually pretty cool. It's titled Suit Up, and it's going to be about cosplay. Specifically, it's going to be about interviews with cosplayers and people who are attending New York Comic Con for the very first time. So if you're wondering what New York Comic Con is like, or you're trying to get your taste of it since it's been canceled this year, this episode is for you. Yes, NYCC is still online, but you can't go to it and walk around and dress up like you normally do. Episode 6 is titled Unboxed and is actually going to go over the relationship between comics and toys. And they're going to explore when and how sometimes toys influence the comics and comics influence the toys. And a lot of you will like this, they'll be going over Marvel Funko Pops. Episode 7 is titled The Marvel Method, and it's going to take a close look at the creation of the new Iron Man 2020 comic. They're also going to show us the historical background and development on the Marvel Method as it was created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. And the last episode, the 8th episode, is titled Marvel Spotlight. Now it's interesting because this is going to be directed by Alison Brie, so as it turns out, she was meeting with Marvel about a project, it just wasn't She-Hulk. But it's going to follow a group of students at Florida's Brandon High School as they put on a performance of the new Marvel Spotlight plays. And they'll talk about just how much the Marvel characters mean to them and influence them in everyday life. And that's what we're going to get from this new series. No, it's not a series connected to the MCU, but it's a real life series. It's about how Marvel affects us, our community, so it's going to be a pretty cool show. I'm definitely watching it, and I hope everybody else enjoys it as well. This comes out on December 20th on Disney+, so let me know in the comments down below if you are going to be watching it. Of course, I'm still doing my Funko Pop giveaway. This week, we're giving away a Cyclops Funko Pop. All you got to do to enter is subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment down below. For live updates, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.